The Voice of the Rain by Walt Whitman. Let us know about the poet. Walt Whitman lived between 1819 to 1892, was an influential American poet, essayist, and humanist known for Leaves of Grass. His free verse celebrated democracy, nature, individuality, and the human spirit. So the poet begins with stanza 1 that, and who art thou, said I to the soft falling shower, which, strange to tell, give me an answer as her translated. I am the poem of earth, said the voice of the rain. Eternal I rise, impalpable, out of the land and bottomless sea. So here the poet says about that the speaker questions the rain. The poet asks the falling rain, who are you? Surprisingly, the rain responds. It introduces itself as the poem of earth, signifying it its connection to the natural world and the cycle of life. So in the second stanza, okay, from here I have divided first, second, third, and fourth. You also can divide for better understanding part by part. So in the second stanza, okay, though in the poem it is not divided, but for the easiness in understanding, I have divided. So in the second stanza, okay, the poet is saying that eternal I rise impalpable out of the land and the bottomless sea upward to heaven, whence vaguely formed, altogether changed and yet the same. So here in the second stanza, the rain explains that it rises from the land and the sea in an intangible form, moving upward to the sky. Though it changes shape as it ascends to the clouds, it remains essentially the same in essence. Okay, it remains same in the essence. And third stanza, from here I will start. Okay, from here I descend to lave the droughts, atomies, dust layers of the globe, and all that in them without me were seeds only, latent unborn. So once transformed, the rain descends back to the earth to refresh the drought-stricken land, cleansing it of dust and nourishing the seeds that lie dormant, enabling them to grow and give life. Next, last stanza. And forever, by day and night, I give back life to my own origin and make pure and beautify it. For song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment, wandering, wrecked and unwrecked, duly with love returns. So, final stanza, the poet concludes that the rain describes its eternal cycle where it gives life to the earth by day and night, returning to its origin. This act of purification mirrors the journey of a song which, after being born, spreads far and wide, but ultimately returns to its source, whether it is recognized or not. So the poet emphasizes the cycle, okay, cyclical and nurturing role of rain, comparing it to poetry, both of which sustain life and beauty. So the moral that we reflect or we learn from this poem is that life is a continuous cycle of renewal and return, sustaining and beautifying the world. So overall, in Walt Whitman's Walt Whitman's poem, The rain is personified. Remember, the rain is personified, describes itself as the poem of earth. Describes itself as the poem of earth. It explained, that means in the first stanza, okay, described itself as the poem of the earth. This one, I am the poem of earth. Okay, the rain is describing or telling about itself. It explains that it rises from the land and sea, transforms in the sky, and this cycle of ascent and descent symbolizes the perpetual renewal and purification of life, much like a song that, after being dispersed, eventually returns to its origin. The rain's role is both sustaining and beautifying, reflecting the eternal rhythm of nature. So now we will go a little bit more elaboration in discussion line by line, and what are the poetic devices the poet had used in this poem. So in the first one, and who art thou, and who art thou, said I to the soft falling shower. Here, as the speaker questions the rain, the poetic device, naturally you will say that it is of personification, because rain is addressed as if it can speak, right? As rain can speak. Okay. Second, which, strange to tell, give me an answer, as here translated. So the rain responds or replied as provided. That poetic device here, it is use of enjambment. Enjambment. So the sentence continues on to the next line. That means, then moving ahead, I am the poem of earth, said the voice of the reed. So here the poetic device is used of metaphor. That means the rain is compared to a poem, poem of earth. That means rain is compared to poem of earth is a metaphor. That means it is comparing here also. Then eternal I rise, impalpable, out of the land and bottomless sea. So here the poetic device it is used by the poet is of imagery, okay, that is visual image of rain rising from land and sea, and another it is hyperbole, hyperbole, okay, that describes the sea as a bottomless, that describes sea as the bottomless sea. So this is this word, okay. Bottomless sea is a hyperbole. Meanwhile, okay, visual imagery, that means visual image of rain rising from land to sea, that we connect, we can say that is of imagery. Then upward to heaven, whence vaguely formed, altogether change and yet the same. Here, the poetic device, it is used of paradox. Paradox, Paradox. Paradox. That means the rain changes but stays the same. Okay, the rain changes. Okay, eternal I rise. The rain changes but remain the same. Okay, remain the same, upward. Paradox. Upward to heaven, whence vaguely formed, altogether changed and yet the same. So here it used the poetic device, okay, of paradox. That means the rain changes but stays the same. I descend to lave the droughts, atomies, dust layers of the globe. Here the poetic device it is used of alliteration in, okay, droughts, atomies, dust layers, and imagery. Also it is used to for describing words related to cleansing, and all that in them without me were seeds only latent unborn. Here, without rain, things would remain as dormant seeds, but the poetic device we need to understand what it is used by the poet is of metaphor. Seeds represent potential for life. Okay, seeds is used as, okay, to present, okay, potential or life. That is the poetic device of metaphor. And forever, by day and night, I gave back life to my own origin. Here, repetition, the concept of giving life is emphasized here as repetition, poetic device. Okay, and make pure and beautify. Here, the poetic device, it is use of parallelism. Okay, Parallelism, parallelism. The structure of the line reinforces the idea of purification and beautification. Moving ahead, uh, for for song. So what I was saying that for song, viewing from its birthplace after fulfillment. So this song, it is the metaphor device. Song as a return entity. Okay, song as a entity. So this song here, the word, it is used as a metaphor device. Then last, wrecked and unwrecked duly with love returns. So here again, okay, it is pointing to the song only, okay. So it is used, okay, as a personification. That means song is described as returning with love, okay, returning with love, okay, this one. With love returns means what? Song. So song is personified here in this sentence. So this is all about the entire uh, poem description by Walt Whitman poem The Voice of the Tree. So the first line itself, the voice of the there also the personification device it is used. Okay, so this is all that I shared with you. If you enjoyed, then please help others also to understand the poem and get it to their understanding and make them also enjoy the poem because these are okay the poetic devices many of us we are not implementing while explaining the poem. So if you like, so please share other co classmates or other whom you know that they are uh, going to the same age level of studying. So help each one, make each one know better and enjoy the study. Thank you. Read and revise. We'll meet with the next chapter. Till then, take